if you are watching this, you are ready to move on to Module 2. Again, we work through different modules throughout the course of the semester. I just wanted to highlight a couple things. This is going to be our intro video for that second module, and it will actually be broken up into a couple of smaller videos. So this will be kind of part 1. First of all, this is the first week that you guys have a quiz. This is the textbook. It's listed under the course text in the bookstore. Chapter 2, I believe, is what you are reading this week. So if I look at Chapter 2, it talks about composition. Composition is really, really, really important. That's why we spend so much time at the beginning of this course. Instead of really getting into the technical, which we will do next module, we're really focusing on how we're taking our pictures and what the important parts of the photograph are. That being said, you also have an assignment this week. There are PowerPoints, there are videos, there's more editing. I show you a couple other basic things in Photoshop that you're hopefully going to take with you as we continue out throughout the rest of the semester. So that being said, again, I'm going to go over the actual assignment and a couple of basic things as they relate to the module in this this video. And then in the second video, I will go over a couple camera things in terms of settings and also knowing how to focus. Where you're directing your camera to focus is kind of a big deal. So you can see I have module 2 pulled up on top on my computer screen here. Every module, I have these learning objectives and tasks. This module, you are reading Chapter 2 and you're taking the quiz. There is a practice quiz. Take the practice quiz. I know some of you guys might skip ahead to the regular graded quiz, but it's important. The questions that are asked on that practice quiz are really, really, really similar to the actual quiz itself. So make sure you're doing that. There is a PowerPoint over composition. Make sure you look that over. I have videos both from Tony Northrup, who's the author of our textbook, and also Photoshop editing videos that I've made myself. You're then going to complete the assignment and upload it to our Flickr group. So this is going to be a new Flickr group. This is not the same Flickr group you use for Module 1. So make sure you are not uploading this to the same Flickr group. And there is another discussion posting for this. Again, make sure you are doing discussions through Canvas. I know there's a tab on Flickr, but we aren't going to use that for our discussions. We're actually going to use that for our, we're going to use Canvas for that. So if I go back to my main page, you can see again that practice quiz and that composition quiz are right there. Rules of composition, this goes right along with your textbook. The biggest things, I'm just going to touch on a couple things really quickly as this loads. I'm in my office at work, so different location for today's wireless. You can see it takes a little bit of time. Biggest thing, composition, knowing that it is how we are arranging all of the elements in a photograph. And this is what separates random, like, I'm taking a picture on my phone because this looks cool, from an actual photograph that I might display in the fine art world or something that I might pursue professionally or commercially. So you guys live in the world. We see thousands of images throughout our week, and not all of them are good. So this is one of the things that I hope to build upon in this particular course. I'll let you read through it. The biggest thing I wanted to address really quickly is rule of thirds. So that rule of thirds, basically, your composition is divided literally into thirds, as the rule says. Really effective photographs use that rule of thirds to place the focal point on either the first third or the second third of the picture. They're not putting the subject right in the center of the page. So I would suggest this week really trying to move out of that center of the picture. I know that's something we always want to do and we always get really excited about. So try and move away from that. You can see this image, this example below. See how the family, again, they're off to the right third of the page, or of the picture, I should say. That just makes my eye move around more because now my focal point's off to the right. I can now see these buildings that are in the background on the left. So my eye is just literally moving from foreground to background, and that's making my composition more effective. You can see more examples. I'm going to let you go through and look at the rest of these elements yourself. Please ask me questions if these don't make sense. The other thing I wanted to highlight, if I go back to my module, again, bear with me here, is the assignment itself. So it's another scavenger hunt, but this time you're really looking at composition. So again, look at the camera settings video. You are taking 7 pictures this time. You're going to highlight the rule of thirds. You're going to highlight these balancing elements, which is formal or symmetrical balance. Then you're going to take a picture that highlights informal or asymmetrical balance. So symmetrical things are exactly the same on either side if it's a mirror image. Asymmetrical things are balanced sometimes through scale or value. Leading lines, viewpoint, inclusion and exclusion. So one before and one after picture. The after picture should reflect a cropped image or repositioning to capture the image, and experimentation. Try something risky and new. Don't be afraid to break some rules. 7 pictures this time. They're going on the Flickr group. Again, I will invite you to that group. Make sure you're giving yourself enough time to upload things. That's my biggest advice for you. And check out that discussion posting as well. Also under Module 2. Composition research. So this week, you're going to research a contemporary photographer, find an image the photographer has taken that is a strong example of the compositional techniques mentioned in the PowerPoint, upload the image to this posting, and make sure you tell us the name of the photo, the name of the photographer, and the year taken. You're going to use full sentences, and you're going to tell us 3 to 5 sentences how the photographer is using these compositional techniques. 2 other posting, reply to them for full credit. So again, these discussions are going on the discussion posting in Canvas. So quite a bit to do. Again, you guys have been working through hopefully Module 1 and you're ready for Module 2 at this point. Check out my other brief video about camera settings and then go take lots of wonderful pictures.